The MCU is about to get a massive shakeup, and it all comes down to one word: mutants. After years of waiting, the X-Men are finally coming home, and their arrival isn't just going to be another team-up. It's going to be a full-blown reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. Today, we're diving deep into all the leaks, theories, and breadcrumbs to figure out exactly how Marvel plans to pull off the biggest magic trick in cinematic history. So, how do you introduce a whole new species of superpowered individuals into a universe that's been running for over a decade? The answer seems to be, you don't. Instead, you reveal they were here all along, hidden in plain sight. Think about it. The groundwork has already been laid. In Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan isn't an Inhuman like in the comics, she's a mutant. The show even played a little riff from the classic 90s X-Men animated series theme when her powers were revealed. That wasn't just a cute Easter egg, it was a declaration. The same goes for Namor in Wakanda Forever. He's not just a king of an underwater nation. He's explicitly called a mutant, one of the first, in fact. Marvel is slowly, carefully seeding the idea that mutants aren't a new phenomenon. They're an ancient one. This hidden history approach solves a lot of problems. It avoids a messy, universe-altering event like another snap or a reality warp to suddenly create mutants. Instead, it retroactively fits them into the existing timeline. Perhaps Professor X has been using his immense telepathic powers to shield the existence of mutants from the world, keeping them safe at his school. Maybe Magneto has been operating in the shadows for decades, a survivor of past atrocities building his own community. This allows Marvel to bring in classic older versions of these characters without having to do an origin story for everyone. We can jump straight into the good stuff. The complex relationship between Charles and Eric, the formation of the X-Men, and their struggle for acceptance in a world that fears and hates them. But what's the catalyst? What's going to blow the lid off this secret and expose mutants to the world? All signs point to the multiverse saga. We've seen glimpses of other realities in Loki, Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And what did we see in that last one? A version of Professor X, played by the legendary Patrick Stewart. Here's a major theory gaining traction. The events of Deadpool and Wolverine will cause a massive multiversal incursion, a collision of realities. This could merge elements of the Fox universe with the main MCU timeline, or it could simply shatter the veil that's been hiding mutants on Earth 616. Imagine a world that has just dealt with Thanos, aliens, and gods suddenly having to contend with the fact that their neighbors, colleagues, and even family members could have extraordinary powers. The paranoia and fear will be instantaneous. This creates the perfect breeding ground for the core conflict of the X-Men comics, the fight for civil rights. This brings us to the villains. While we all want to see Magneto in his full glory, the initial antagonist for the MCU's X-Men might be humanity itself. We're talking about figures like Senator Kelly, William Stryker, and the creation of the Sentinels. The world's reaction to the emergence of mutants will be the first great challenge. The Sokovia Accords will look like child's play compared to the mutant registration acts that are sure to follow. This sets up a powerful, socially relevant storyline that has always been at the heart of the X-Men. It's not just about good guys fighting bad guys. It's about a marginalized group fighting for their right to exist. And where do the Avengers fit into all this? This is where the reboot part of the theory really comes into play. After Secret Wars, which is expected to be a soft reset of the entire MCU, the landscape will be completely different. The original Avengers are gone. The new roster is still finding its footing. The emergence of hundreds, maybe thousands, of powerful mutants will completely shift the power dynamic on Earth. The X-Men won't just be another team. They could become the premier superhero team. The Avengers might be dealing with cosmic threats, but the X-Men will be on the front lines of a battle for the soul of the planet. This new status quo allows for incredible storytelling possibilities. Imagine the tension between a new Captain America, Sam Wilson, and a world-weary Cyclops. Picture the scientific curiosity of Shuri when faced with the biology of someone like Beast. What about the philosophical debates between Doctor Strange and Professor X about the ethics of mind-wiping the entire planet to protect mutant kind? The potential for character-driven conflict and collaboration is immense. It revitalizes the entire universe by introducing a brand new, deeply complex social dynamic. So let's piece it all together. Phase 1 of the mutant takeover is already complete, seeding the idea that mutants have always existed in the MCU. Phase 2 is about to begin with Deadpool and Wolverine, which will likely be the catalyst that exposes them to the world, probably through a multiversal cataclysm. This leads to Phase 3, the aftermath. A world grappling with the mutant problem, the rise of anti-mutant sentiment, and the formation of the X-Men as protectors of their kind. This will all culminate in the post-Secret Wars era, where the X-Men aren't just a new addition to the MCU. They are the new center of the MCU. They will redefine what it means to be a hero in this universe, shifting the focus from cosmic gods and super spies to the deeply personal and political struggle for equality and acceptance. It's a bold, ambitious plan, but it asks exactly the kind of radical evolution the MCU needs to stay fresh and exciting for the next decade and beyond. What do you guys think? Is this how you see the X-Men making their grand entrance? Which characters are you most excited to see on the big screen? Let me know all your theories down in the comments below. It's an exciting time to be a Marvel fan, and the future is looking decidedly excellent. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into everything Marvel. See you in the next one.